Hello and welcome to today's video on high altitude investing. So today is Wednesday's market roundup. So I'll just get right into this video. Now I have the Bitcoin tip jar right there. If you want to donate to me, every donation is greatly appreciated. And then also you can get a hold of me at Gmail. If you need to email me, just go to, you can email me at highaltitudeinvesting@gmail.com, or you can get a hold of me on Twitter too at highaltitudeinv. So anyways, let me just get right into the video here. So let me switch screens. Excellent. Okay, now this is basically my thoughts on these coins as far as, so the time frame is just, I feel like they've bottomed out, and so within the next little while, if they don't break below their bottoms, then these coins, so like 1 month or so, 5 months tops, I think these coins are good investments in the 1 to 5 month range. So and as always, this document is in the description. If you want to go look at it, you can. And all of these trading view ideas you can access with the links right here in the document. Alright, so first off we have Zcash, and basically what I'm feeling on Zcash right now is that we have, it's came up and hit a little resistance and come back down and hit the 61%, and now it looks like we could have a break above the 38% and a continue in the bull run. So it looks pretty bullish to me right now. What I would be, it just crossed up through right here, and it's also been a recent good entry signal on the RSI. So this crossover on the MACD, these lines when they cross through, that indicates a up move sometimes, or it can indicate an up move. But this market looks bullish to me right now. But it would prove to be bearish if it broke below this 61%, or at least temporarily bearish. So that's what I'm thinking with Zcash. Alright, let's check out Ethereum Classic. Now Ethereum Classic I feel really good about, honestly. I have like 68 right now, which isn't a ton, but that's still a pretty good amount. Now what I'm looking for here, see, this looks like a 1 2 3 bottom, so A being 1, B being 2, and C being 3. So that's a big 1 2 3 bottom formation, and I feel like this bull run isn't over, so I'm expecting along a little bit more of a long-term trend. It might start to pump up here soon, but I feel like Ethereum Classic isn't done uptrending. Now what would prove to be a downtrend is if it broke below that bottom formation again here at 0.00096 Bitcoin. Its current price is 0.00220355 Bitcoin. It's down a little bit less than 1% today. So that's what I think on ETC is long for the next little while. Expanse, I have similar feelings to Expanse on the up move here. It's looking like a really good chart. I have this sine wave. Sine waves can be a pretty useful indication of, because you can see the market was all pumping during that part of the sine, and then on this side of the sine wave it starts to fall off. You can see right here as the sine kind of starts to fall off more, and it's starting to come up. I feel like this, it's been following an RSI trend pretty well, and I feel like this is not done trending up. Its current price has actually moved up since I posted this, from 0.004 Bitcoin to 0.0004 to 0.00051 Bitcoin, and so that's a pretty nice little swing up in Expanse, and I feel like it's going to continue swinging in that direction for a little while. So it's one that I'm keeping an eye on. Now Curecoin is one that I've also been keeping an eye on for a while, and I had made too many trading view charts. You can only do 10 a day, and I did more than that, or I did 10 and then tried to do more than that, and so I had to just do this one as an image. But you can still see what I was looking at in the market here, and I feel like this is swinging up. We've had nice trending in the RSI on this channel, good entry points on the bottom of this pink line, and good exit points on the top of this pink line. So that means that recently we've had an entry and we haven't hit an exit yet, and I feel like this is a pretty good bullish formation. A lot of coins that have went up significantly, like Potcoin, a lot of coins that have went up a lot percentage, huge swings, look exactly like this before they start pumping up. And so this is what I look for. It's very undervalued. It's below this Fibonacci line. It's just it's cheap right now, and it has more volume right here. Recently it crossed up on the MACD. It's just looking like a pretty bullish move in this coin in the next 1 to 6 months. Remember, that's our time frame. Now we're looking at XVC or Vcash. Sorry if I couldn't get one of the suggestions. I have everybody in the Discord chat channel suggest coins, but I can't do them all. There's quite a few suggestions, and it'd be a little bit crazy to do every single one. It'd be like an hour video, but this is a pretty nice looking buy signal for me. Vcash is moving up very nicely. We've had a lot of volume. It bottomed out pretty hard, and it looks like it's going to oscillate upwards here in the next little while. I will say that it is kind of overbought in the RSI a little bit, so it might pull back a hair before it swings up, but it's looking pretty bullish to me overall. So that's what I'm looking at in Vcash. It would prove to be a downtrend if it broke below 0.0000347 Bitcoin, and that just means that it would have broken below its bottom. And so if it breaks below bottom, then that bottom isn't bottom anymore, because there's a new bottom. So yeah, oops, accidentally closed out of that document. That was a fail there. All right, so now we just got done looking at Vcash, huh? Let's check out Counterparty now. Counterparty is another pretty good looking one in my opinion. This is all opinion is normal, but alright, not editing, viewing. Okay. I have that disclaimer right here. So yeah, okay. Counterparty is a pretty good looking one right now to me also. Again, you can check out all of these views on all of these ideas on tradingview.com under my Dallin_Anderson account. So this is pretty undervalued. It's came up to break above this resistance fib right here, and I think it's going to break above pretty high now that it's started to break above it. It's been trending nice. You can see pretty good entries and exits on this RSI. We just passed up through the MACD, and this is looking very, very bullish to me right now. Our current price is 0.003544 Bitcoin per Counterparty, and I think it's not the I don't think that's going to be that cheap for long. So it's definitely looking good to me right now. But obviously, if it breaks below this green trend line, then you should expect that it's probably done trending in that direction. All right, or at least it could be done trending in that direction for a little while. The most important thing, really, one of the most important things is volume and price action. Indicators are useful, but volume and price action are extremely useful. So this is Vericoin. This is another one that I'm looking at that looks pretty bullish, but I will say that it came up into this resistance zone, so I'm expecting a temporary pullback. But overall, this is very bullish to me. We're having a nice, RSI movement. We just passed up through the MACD. It could go up from here significantly, but I would kind of expect at least a small pullback, some red candles. We've had a lot of green right here, so I'm expecting a few red candles and then maybe some green. You can always usually, generally speaking, you can expect some red candles after some green. In fact, it's a pretty useful way of trading. That's what the Heikin of Shi trading candles are for, is when they switch, then you can usually expect multiple of them to be down or bearish candles, and then when they switch, you can expect multiple to be bullish candles. That's one of the way that you trade it, is you'd expect some bearish ones and then some bullish and some bearish and bullish. So you can swing trade a little bit better with these candlesticks. The Heikin of Shi. So go ahead and look that up, or you can just check out on my charts, and then you'll see that you can click down on the candlestick settings and change it. Now, folding coin, another really good looking chart for me. So I believe these are at, let's see, what's their price right now? It might be like 6,000 Satoshi, or no, 156 Satoshi. Yeah, sorry. 156 Satoshi right now. That's not too much, but this is looking very, very bullish. We've had a cross through the MACD. It doesn't look super overbought. We just passed up through this resistance zone that it's been trying to come up through for a little while. We might have a couple red candles, but I expect a huge bull swing overall in the next few months. This is definitely a good looking chart. So you can see I would look for good entries like this along the RSI, possibly another entry in this area, but even if it came back down to like 44 on the RSI here, it might be another good entry, because this is looking so bullish that it might not come down to that good of an entry point again. All right, now, so you'd want to enter into the market as soon as you could, as soon as there was a good cheap price. Obviously you want to shoot for the best entry point, so you want to have like a couple orders in different areas so that you can hopefully score the best target entry point, or that's one method of doing it. Now, a new economy movement is looking extremely bullish too. Right now it's priced at, and I'm saying this is bullish like right now, like probably good to day trade, as of the 29th of March. Now, I'm only thinking that it's going to be bullish for another few candlesticks, so maybe a couple days, but it's looking bullish right now. And right now we're at 1430 Satoshi. Just came up to this fib level here. What fib is that? That is the 50%, and it's looking pretty bullish right now. I feel like this coin is going up a lot from here. But I definitely think it's going to break its previous all-time high right here. So one I'm looking at, and one I think you should too. Now, Neos. This is one that I feel is another long market. Just going to go ahead and pull up all my charts here so that I don't have to keep switching between documents. Alright, so Neos coin. Neos coin looks like it's going to break above its previous all-time high. It's doing a similar chart pattern to New Economy movement, but it's already broken up above this 50% that New Economy just touched. So that's why I think New Economy movement is very bullish. It's similar patterns. That and New Economy movement has good volume. This has pretty good volume right now, and this looks like a bullish coin. We'll see what happens. Looks like since I made this, we may have had a small pullback, but no, it's up from when I made this. But we're at 0.000473323 Bitcoin per Neos coin. So that's pretty neat. I think it's going up in the next little while. Now, Ethereum, I feel like there's a temporary short. It might go a little higher before it turns around, but I feel like there's a short in Ethereum. And Bitcoin might go a little lower too before it turns around. But I feel like this cross will cross back the other direction, similar to what happened back here. And then Bitcoin will hold strength over Ethereum for a little while. If everything forks properly and the community can kind of forget about it and do what they did with Ethereum, how it forked and then they kind of forgot and look how good it's doing now. I think that similar things will happen in Bitcoin. So that's what I'm looking at in Ethereum. And I will say that it looks like a sell-off in the RSI. So it might be a good spot to short. But I would have stops set so you don't get cut crazy out. But that's pretty interesting against Bitcoin. That's that chart in the background. The green and the really bright green and red is Ethereum, and that chart in the background that's darker is Bitcoin. You can see how they kind of cross through each other and pass each other at different times. And I think that is going to continue to kind of happen as they go up, because a lot of money switches between the two because people don't want to sell into US dollar. All right, so I think Ethereum is kind of temporarily bearish, not sure how long, and I think it could go a little bit higher from there. So, all right, Factum is at 0.004113 Bitcoin per Factum. It's looking very bullish. We just had a MACD cross through. We're not into crazy of the sellout in the RSI yet, and I feel like Factum is very undervalued, and we're still below our 50% fib. So it could be an excellent time to be getting into this market. And I'm thinking bullish for the next little while in Factum. There's a lot of partnerships and stuff. It's got a lot of big names, and I think it's a good coin to invest in. All right, Monero. So this is one of my other charts I made a while back. I'm thinking bullish on Monero. Since I made that chart, it's been bullish. Current price is 0.01939 Bitcoin. And I think it's going to keep channeling inside of this pitchfork for a little while and possibly break its previous all-time. Oh, it looks like, oh yeah, it did break its previous all-time, silly me. But yeah, I think it'll break like significantly above its previous all-time high. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting in Monero in the next little while, is the bull run to continue. So this is XRP. This is a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation I found. It came down, found a new low, and then a high after that. So the new low is the 1 point, the high after that's a 2 point, and the 3 points when it comes to try and break below the previous low. See this wick? That's a lot of people getting into the market. That's why that candle is green. It's a bullish candlestick. This looks like a pretty, this was a really good buy time when I was looking at it. So I told people to go long. Since then, we've had a nice increase in value. I expect a small temporary pullback, but I think the bull run will continue. Though I do say, from a fundamental value point, I don't like how centralized XRP is. But I do like the chart pattern, so keep an eye on it. And finally, the Potcoin market roundup. I think Potcoin is extremely bullish. It's swung up since I posted this chart. It's 2930 Satoshi, 2930 Satoshi. So, I think it's going to break all-time highs, and we'll see where it goes from here. But it's looking super bullish. We just had a MACD cross through. These lines go through the 0 point, or the center of this, where these red places cross through, like right there. That's a 0, right? So when the lines cross through the 0, that up through means bullish, down through means bearish. So as you can see, bearish move. Right here it signaled it, and there's a bearish swing. And then right here it's signaling bullish. So, and right here it signaled bullish, and look what happened for afterwards. And right here it signaled bullish, and it went clear up afterwards. So I think that Potcoin will do really well in the next little while. It's what I'm looking at. So definitely be looking at that one. And finally, last but not least, Bitcoin, the classic. I feel like Bitcoin will probably go above its all-time high relatively soon. This is what I'm thinking in Bitcoin, that before the 9/18/17 we have a break above its previous all-time high. But that's only if it doesn't break below its triangle, and it really depends on how the fork goes. So those are things to keep in mind. But we're still in a bull swing. We're still in a bullish swing. We haven't came up to the previous MACD spot or the previous RSI spot. So honestly, it could slingshot quite high from here. So I'm still super long on Bitcoin. I don't know why I just put M&Ms in my mouth in the middle of my video. Don't know exactly what I was thinking there. But yeah, it's been following a nice RSI channel, and I think it's still bullish. And until it breaks its trend, I don't see much bear moves in Bitcoin. Maybe to come test support, 825 or something like that is about the lowest I see it going if everything goes fine with the fork. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Again, it's the 29th of March, and we have a total market capitalization of $24,997,554,375. 24-hour volume is at $544,608,924. Total currencies are at 680, up since our last market roundup. Total assets are at 80, up since our last market roundup. And you can donate to me in Bitcoin or Dash right here. And you can join the Discord chat where you can get live strategies and help for questions by checking this link out. And you can use my promotion code for digital currency traders. This is something that I highly recommend. I've been helping people get huge gains by using these methods, and you can make up to $3,000 with this free course alone a month in Bitcoin for free, starting with no money. So I highly recommend checking out this course. digitalcurrencytraders.com. This document's in the description, and then you just go to this link right here, and I highly recommend checking out his free course. And he has an excellent course and community and lifetime membership, which I also highly recommend. He's taught me a lot of what I know. He's gotten me a lot of success in the past. He helped me predict, he was pointing out things that I was noticing and learning too at the time, but he had a really good knowledge of it because he had been doing this for longer than me, and he was uploading to YouTube for longer than me too. But this is Lumbridge City. You can go check out his channel. I have his channel linked in mine. And check out the website, digitalcurrencytraders.com. And for $449, you can get a lifetime membership into his community. You just click Get Started here. It's really easy. It's a good program, and I stand by it. I feel like he's taught me a lot of what I know. So I highly recommend checking it out. You can use my promotion code HighAltitude20 and get 20% off on that for the lifetime membership. So it's pretty cool. Knowledge is power, and sometimes power costs a little bit of money, and I think that $449 for what you get out of that type of an immersive community and environment, and where he's dedicated to helping answer questions you have. He's full invested into your success, and I am too, and so that's why I stand by this course. Go check it out, digitalcurrencytraders.com, and use my promotion code HighAltitude20 for like 20% off. But yeah, that's basically what I've been looking at in these markets. I think things are looking good. A lot of bullish moves. I think that we're gonna have a lot of wealth come into our markets in the next little while. I'm gonna possibly make a Patreon, so let me know what you think of that. I've had a request, and if you guys think that you would like a Patreon, as well as or if I highly recommend doing donations too, because I like crypto more. But for people that want to just have something monthly, I'm considering doing a Patreon. So if you want me to, just let me know in the comments below. If you have any video ideas or suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you learned something. I hope that you can continue to keep profiting. I helped a guy make $20,000 in 2 weeks. I've been helping a lot of people make a lot of money lately, and I love to see that. I love to see people succeeding. with the methods that I'm teaching. So thank you guys for all the support and for tuning in today. And as always, stay profitable.